Hello, welcome back to the channel. This video is part of a collaboration video with other vanners on YouTube about the 5 fails we've had with our motorhome. There will be a link below and also a playlist at the end of this playlist card at the end of this video, linking you to the other creators' videos. So please take your time and watch the other videos on this playlist. Not this motorhome, but it was our Bessica E444. We was on in holiday in Wales, and we'd left one site, we'd had hot water, we'd got heating, etc. We turned up to this other site, and put it this way, the toilet facilities weren't great. We were going to leave actually, but we got nowhere to book because we'd already planned the route, so we'd planned to have 2 nights at this site. So we plugged everything in and found out, for some strange reason, that the Truma boiler system wouldn't work. We went through everything, we phoned up the dealership, their helpline sort of thing. He told us to do a few things, nothing happened, so we ended up boiling pans of water because the showers and the toilets were dire. Put it that way, they were absolutely dire. Anyway, enough was enough. We'd phoned round at the next site, which was at Beckwiths, and they managed to squash us in. So we went to a caravan dealership. We found one somewhere close by. We went to that, and he thinks, well, it could be circuit board, it could be this. He says it could take weeks to get a circuit board. So we're thinking, well, at least if we got to this other site, we know the facilities are good. So we got to this other site, we plugged into mains and everything. Lo and behold, heating was alright, hot water was alright, and it was alright all the way through until we actually changed the van to this one. So I have not got a clue what happened with that Truma boiler. So that's a very weird one. I don't know whether... Right, so while we were away, all this, remembering this had only been habitation checked a few days prior to us going away. I think we picked it up 28th of August and we went away 1st of September. So we tried to light the oven inside and the flame kept going out. So what I thought it was the flame detector. So I played about with that a bit. We did manage to get it going, but then next time we tried to use it, it packed up again. So just remember, this was had its habitation check done. So we did Garen turned this knob on, and the actual knob fell off. So what we found was that these knobs, you see where that metal strip is there, are cracked all the way through, and we know they wasn't like that before it went into habitation service. So we decided to check all the other ones. Lo and behold, that one were cracked as well. You can see the cracks. These are the ones you have to push in to ignite the gas. So luckily I got some super Gorilla Glue and I stuck all 3 of these. So the only actual knob that wasn't broken is the one that does the electric hot plate, because you just physically turn it. So I can't prove it, but they were alright before the habitation service, and of course after the habitation service those knobs are broken. So what I'd ended up doing is going on eBay, and I found some knobs which I've bought anyway. They were £8 something a knob. Slightly different colour as you can see, but I'm not bothered about that because we'll put a change over for anyway. We've had this motorhome 2.5 years now, and it went in for its habitation service, as I said, before we went to Keswick. Behind here, these two sticky covers, there's a couple of screws. So what we found when we got to Keswick was this screw had come out. So all this had peeled off and screw was stuck out here. So naturally I tightened it up and we were alright at Keswick. Then we drove up to Dumfries and Galloway and this screw was out again. So I thought, he tightened up. To cut a long story short, it come loose again, and when we got to Meathrop Fell, both of these screws were coming out. So I tightened them up again and we left, and we got home and I found them both out again. So I did a bit of investigation, and behind here is the Truma heater, so I'll just show you inside there. I'll just get it. So I found out those two screws are the only thing that's supporting this front end. And the Truma boiler weighs quite a bit when it's got water in it and you're travelling around. I'm not actually sure whether you can see, but it's actually lifted the wood where the screw went in slightly. It's just there somewhere, but so I'm surmising that's why it started coming out, but why the other one started coming out I don't know. So what I did, if you can see that bit of wood stuck out, I cut a length of wood wider than the shelf the boiler was sat on, stuck it with no nails and put a screw in either end. So now that front end of the shelf is supported. This side was the awkward one, there's not much room in there, but I managed to get the screw in. So hopefully that's sorted that problem out. Right, so that's two things straight after the habitation that went wrong. But I can't prove it was them that did it. I know those gas knobs were okay, and I know we've had this motorhome 2.5 years, and those screws under that off that boiler shelf have never come out. Right, so the next fail, which was down to, I think, to the strength of the guides, it was a known fault with these drop down beds, was it had broken some plastic off it. So under warranty these actually got replaced. So as you can see, there's one on either side. This side was okay, but they changed them both, and that was prior to us going to 2019 France holiday. The dealer fitted new ones, and within, I don't know, 2 hours into the journey down to Eurotunnel, we heard this bed moving about above his head and found out that the skillful service technician had done a right bodge job of it. I'll put a little clip in now and you can see how loose it was, and I'll show you pictures of screws he used. He just used some different type self-tapping screws. It were a right bodge job. Granted, once we returned off holiday, after a few quite heated emails and conversations with the dealership, they told me to fetch it in and they would do it in 1 day, and they worked on this drop down bed guide slide guide mechanism. So touch wood, if there's any wood anywhere in this motorhome, it's been alright. So that's one thing that actually got done right, after a second attempt of course. Was to actually go to this dealership, hand over some deposit for this motorhome, and from the moment, well, let's put a year later, we had the first habitation service, and some things needed to be done and some things got rejected on the warranty. You may have seen the video for the windows. That became quite a battle. We actually found something that opened our eyes regarding this motorhome here. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I was absolutely appalled at the way we'd been lied to. They'd been deceitful to us. So we come to an agreement, put it that way, and they agreed to replace these 4 windows. There's 2 in the lounge here and 2 in the bedroom. But of course it went in for this habitation service where we found the gas knobs broken and also them screws coming out at bed, but we can't prove with those. But we found out they'd only changed 1 window, so of course I'm wrangling with this dealership again. So the worst thing we did on the 5th of November 2017 was to go to this dealership. We fell in love with this motorhome. It was the one for us, it was layout for us. Unfortunately, the dealership have let us down totally. Right, so it was quite hard to find 5 fails. So I just did it about the motorhome really. And the only failing we have got is been let down by the dealer most of the time. But that's the end of this my video. Don't forget to check the other videos in the collaboration playlist. Don't forget the links below, and also there'll be a card probably here linking you to the other collaboration videos. So if you like what you see, don't forget, give me that little thumbs up, and if you do like what's on the channel, don't forget to please subscribe, and also click that little notification bell, and it'll notify you when I've uploaded some more videos. Also, if you've got any questions you want to ask me, please drop them in comments below and I'll answer them if I can. Bye for now. We'll see you next video. Bye.